I made this silhouette of a girl holding an umbrella, which was insanely hard to put together, and I'm not sure if it will hold together, but I hope so. And a little dog, puppy, looking up at her. I also have this tuft of grass. Yeah, sorry, it's on on this soap because I needed proportions. Just laying it out. So I'm gonna try that. One, I'm just gonna do a straight soap, I think. I don't know, I might do a frame around that one too. The one I'm gonna do a frame. So I'm gonna place it all inside and then cut off the outside to make the frame. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go prep the oil and then come back and pour the first part of the soap. Okay, so I decided to do blueberry mints, and it says it doesn't discolor, but oh my word. It turned my gray into this yellowish gray, so I'm hoping it will go back. I am also trying I'm debating if I try and create like a shadow underneath where they're gonna stand. It's a tall and skinny mold. I can't get my hands in very well. So I'm like, I don't know if it's worth trying or not. Yeah, no. That didn't quite, like, my soap had started setting up more than I, like, yes, I stick blended this because I wanted it to set up, but it was setting up quicker than I anticipated. And so I just pulled in some of the dark gray and swirled it in, so maybe it'll give it a little bit of two-tone feel to it. But yeah, I was like, that started going, that set up much quicker than I was anticipating. I wish I could see inside more, but there's the girl, there's the dog, and I'm gonna cut this off basically, and so that I can then take this and embed it in and hopefully create a frame around it. That's the plan. We'll see if it works. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm just gonna, again, cut off the bottom, top, and two sides so that I have the block that I can embed. Now, when I made this, I made sure to, like, I planned the design so that See, I had extra ground and I made sure these were centered in so that I didn't cut any of the design. So I'll be left over with 4 pieces basically, but that should be less waste than, you know, making a whole batch ombre and then cutting just the edges that I need and it being left with the middle. So I'm gonna see how this cheat technique works. What I'm left with. Now hopefully when I embed it, it'll create that frame all around. Fingers crossed. And then cut it tomorrow and we'll see what we have. I really hope it worked and I hope it's cute and all goes as I envisioned. I need a win. So I went back and forth with color on this. Like, there's a pink umbrella and it's this light pink, but I didn't want darker shades of the neon pink. So I went with regular pink. And this is thicker than I wanted. Which I don't know how. I guess we'll see. I'm hoping that by bridging the distance of the pinks with the light pink, it will all work together. This pink got too thick on me, and it doesn't look like it's enough. So tall and skinny is always harder. It's just not the same wiggle room of space that you have. Trying to get it in between the guides, and this one keeps shifting. Okay, here we go. Let's push and hope. I think that's right. That looks right. Just push down. Yeah, that's not moving. So that's gone to the guide. Okay. So now I just have to wait till tomorrow to cut it and see if it actually worked. Oh, it's the hardest part. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. This one was interesting because the pinks were, well, one, the ombre was harder to do because my soap was kind of getting thick. It just wasn't as fluid. And it's kind of like the colors just blended together. But like you can see the best ombre on this side. But and then the top you can really see the light. But I still think it's cool. And I'm kind of okay with it because like I said, when I was pouring it, I think if this had just been a regular ombre, it would not have been too pretty because, again, it was just getting thick. But the fact that I just displaced it when I put the soap in, it was like, hey, no worries. It all looks cool now. You can see I have the end guide pieces. So I'm going to cut those off. So I lose a bar, but that's okay. These will go, the end pieces will go on my grab bags. And let's see what I have. Okay. Not bad, not perfect. So the frame is interesting. I had a tad too much soap on top. Obviously, it's not quite even. I actually like that. Like, look at that. You've got the ombre from the outside in. Like, that's actually really quite cool. Now, the ground's a little wonky. My dog's sitting up a little bit. You can notice that this part of the umbrella is thick. I doubled it up, but I obviously didn't double that. I had to go back and play with this piece. It was too thin, but I also had everything done and made, and like that was going to be that. Also, this pink gets a little bit lost. So if I were to do this again, I'd do a pink like that, dark pink, so that it stood out more. But, and the dog's a little close. Now, partly I was paranoid that I was gonna cut some, you know, when I had to trim the edges, I was paranoid I would cut the dog or the umbrella, so I pushed them in close, but I actually had a little wiggle room. I could have put them a little further apart. That's okay. Like I said, I just wish the umbrella had been darker, especially to match the frame. I didn't have any of that color soap dough on hand. I like it. I would probably try this again. I don't know if I do pink. I might try it with like a different color scheme. I'm gonna try and fix the umbrella handle, or the, not the handle, but the stick part of it, and see if I can get that better proportioned, but will also hold up. So what I realized is that if I attach this piece to the umbrella and then I try and attach to the girl, it's not thick enough, it would fall. If I let it sit out for a day or two, it actually hardens up enough that I can get it to kind of stay in place. So definitely a trick to this one. This umbrella got a little down, making it hard to fill. I know the other end there was a gap. I have some extra white soap that I poured that I can infill. But yeah, I definitely learned some lessons with what to do and what not to do, and how to make this umbrella a tad bit better. But man, that umbrella was, I knew it was going to be tricky. It was more tricky than I even thought it would be. So, and you can see how the umbrella hit her head, so no soap could get in there. So I poured some extra white that I will just infill those little air gaps. You'll never know. But there you have it. Let me know what you think.